went on a little bit about mediation because it is such an effective and big part of any lawsuit. It is a critical part of any lawsuit because it really makes things clearer. You understand because you are paying a third-party intermediary who is not your attorney, not your advocate, and so is the other side. You are all making somebody else sit in judgment of your case, and from that you can get guidance on strengths and weaknesses, and with those strengths and weaknesses you can strike a compromise, perhaps that you can live with, you can abide by. And that's always a good thing, because if the parties resolve, they have a better chance of fixing whatever relationship that is. That's critical in family cases. That's critical in land disputes involving neighbors, because neighbors rarely go away. You know, I mean, you might have a land dispute with a neighbor who put in or had the right to put in an easement. That neighbor may be a big chemical company that had a right to put in a pipeline. You got to restore that relationship. You got to fix that neighbor relationship, because the likelihood is they're not going away fast, and neither are you. So you've got to restore the relationship, and mediation is a great opportunity to do that restoration. And you know, when parents buy into a mediated settlement agreement in a family law scenario, it gives that family the best chance of moving forward, because even though the family has split up and now there are separate little families, they are still one family. There is still a mom and a dad and a child. You know, these parents are still the parents of this child, and they will be forever. So the best way to make all those parental relationships work for the best interest of the child is to come to a mediated settlement agreement instead of going down and asking the court to determine what's reasonable. And that's the same for any civil dispute. So, you know, one of the best things, one of the most blessed days I ever had was a very contentious business dispute between two very good friends, and two mediations. Lawsuit lasted almost a year, on the eve of trial. Second settlement conference settled the case, and those two business partners who before that even refused to see or speak to each other started doing business again. You know, completely restored the business relationship. And that is something that's why mediation's worthwhile.